Hi, and back with another tip for you today. And so what are we going to be talking about today? Portfolio landlords. So if you already own more than 3 properties, or you aspire to own more than 3 properties, then keep watching this video. So, what is a portfolio landlord? Well, according to the FCA, it is a landlord that has 3 or more investment properties. So what's the difference? Well, and it isn't about being, are you full-time in property or are you part-time in property? It's about how many properties you own. So the Treasury through the PRA and down the FCA and through all this sort of thing. From the higher echelons of government have decided that they need to treat, or mortgage lenders need to treat landlords differently depending on how many properties they own. Now, the dividing line is 3 properties. For 3 or fewer properties that you rent out, you're designated, let's say, as an amateur landlord. For more than 3, so 4 and above, then you're designated as a professional landlord. Now, as a professional landlord, your mortgages need to be underwritten differently. So it always used to be that a mortgage was, there was checks done on you, obviously, but it was just the mortgage was something that was done on the property in isolation. So what's the rent, what's the mortgage payment, is there a chunk on top? So okay, we can lend this much. Now, for an amateur landlord, i.e. one that owns less than 4 properties, that's still the way that it's done. For portfolio landlords with 3 or more properties, so with 4 or more properties, then it's more holistic. So it's not, let's look at this property in isolation, let's look at this property in balance with the rest of your portfolio. Now, there's some additional hoops that you have to jump through as a portfolio landlord at the underwriting stage. And if you've ever applied for a business loan, you'll recognise some of these extra hoops. So things like cash flow forecasts, things like business plans, things like an overall look of your gearing on your portfolio. And where some lenders individually can and still do look at up to 85%, 85% across the whole portfolio makes lenders worried. What they're looking for is a lower gearing across your whole portfolio. So and it may mean that actually they offer you a lower loan to value on your latest property to bring the rest of your portfolio more in balance. There are lenders that would say, well, we're okay at 75% if you've got less than 10 properties, but go over 10 properties and we want to see you at 65% across the portfolio. So portfolio landlord is a way of limiting landlords building up big portfolios with big exposure, highly geared, and then they fall over and their portfolio properties comes onto the market. So it's a way of stopping, or it's perceived to be a way of stopping big chunks of property coming onto the market. So it fits in with the FCA's general directive of responsible lending, which has been their mantra since the credit crunch and all the stuff that went on with lending before the credit crunch. So portfolio landlords is here to stay. It doesn't necessarily mean you can't get mortgages when you've got a bigger portfolio, but it does mean you've got to jump through a few more hoops to get them. If this has been useful, then come along to my YouTube channel. There'll be somewhere on this page you can click to get you on there. A lot more useful videos for you. And hey, why not subscribe? Because I bring these out regularly, these videos. So why would you want to miss one? See you next time.